How many copies did that you get, Tom?
Dude, I bought 5 copies.
Hot.
Yeah, dude. So hot. How you doing? It's Friday. I'm Comic Tom. We got Russ Bright here, owner of Milgeek Comics. You moved your shop recently. I'm super excited about it.
I did. We are almost ready to open on March 1st. Next Friday, we will be officially open in the new location, and it is crazy. I've been recording some behind-the-scenes stuff. We will be doing a video of the build-out. It's astounding. It's going to be really cool.
It's clean. It's bigger than your last shop.
Absolutely.
It is on, you have street visibility. I'm super excited. And it's Friday. Another reason to be excited because we have a CBSI Hot Comics list. One list filled with comic books that are hot, that have been spiking all week, and some recent spikes that we got to talk about right now.
Let's jump into it, Tom.
Hit that like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We do talk about a lot of comic books throughout the week. And we're going to start this list off like we do every week. At number 10, we have Venom. Number 9, the animation 1 in 10 variant. Technically, Donny Cates making the list here, but this is definitely more for the animation fans, the fans of the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, absolutely. The Nicolas Cage Spider-Man Noir variant, it's just so cool.
We can call this a Nick Cage variant, can't we?
I will absolutely call this a Nick Cage variant. He's a massive comic book fan. Everyone knows that he had a great collection, and I mean, he even took his last name from Luke Cage.
He did the voice of Spider-Man Noir.
Yes, he did.
Why is this book spiking? Well, mostly because of the movie. Started out at $10, and now it's spiked to $25. But another little layer to this comic book is whether or not this is the first appearance of Dylan Brock, who we now know to be... Ooh, should I just break the news? It's all over the place. Let's just say it for what it is. It was revealed this week in Venom number 11 by Sir Cates that Dylan Brock is Eddie Brock's son.
Yes, and this is the interesting thing because Dylan Brock actually showed up in issue number 7.
Ooh, but it's a cameo, but is it not?
That's the thing. He showed up and he's talking and he's actually there, but I mean, 9...
There. Right there.
Yeah, no, we saw it. We looked at it. So again, whether 9 is the appearance or whether 7 with that super cool tongue variant, which was like a 1 in 10 special hidden variant anyway, I know that made the list a long time ago.
Right.
You know, so what is going to happen? I still love this Nick Cage variant. The Spider-Man Noir variant is just very, very cool.
That's right. We need to keep an eye out for Dylan Brock. This is a character that is definitely gaining popularity in the community, especially after these more recent issues have dropped. We have Donny Cates bringing him in, and he's becoming a center focus of this new run.
But understand that Donny Cates only has one more issue on this run. Donny Cates is doing 12, and then Cullen Bunn is coming in at 13. So Donny Cates will probably wrap up whatever he's doing with Eddie and Dylan's side story in this next issue. So watch out for Venom number 12, where Donny is probably going to wrap up whatever storyline he's doing before he passes the baton to Cullen Bunn.
All right. Now, Russ, can you take over number 9 and number 8?
Wow. Okay. So the last few lists and the last few months have just been absolutely on fire by something that cannot die, this Immortal Hulk. Immortal Hulk number 3 doubled in price since last week, up to $20. Now, this is just another appearance of Dr. Fry.
Yeah, second appearance.
It's the second appearance. These books are just hot.
Number 2 still going up.
Number 2 is still going up. Number 3 is going up. All of the books in the run seem to be spiking. Number 8 on the CBSI Hot 10 list is Avengers number 684, which is the first appearance of Immortal Hulk. So we had talked a little bit about the debate of whether it was in that issue or whether it was 2 issues before that, number 682. But just keep in mind that Immortal Hulk, anything with Immortal Hulk in it, is spiking. This week, I got Immortal Hulk second and third prints of issue 3 through 11, and they're all sold out already. They have alternate covers. They have different variants. These give kind of spoilers and things behind the story. So whether you're liking issue number 9, or if you're liking what's coming in at number 8, the Avengers 684, which is to 25 to 30 this week, this is just Immortal Hulk, and it is not stopping. It is continuing to go up.
Now, if you are in the book that you want to go for that true first appearance, that 682 does have that last page spread that says Immortal Hulk. And you know what? Is it a cameo? Is it a first? The community is deciding. However, that 682 variant, that B cover, is a full shot of Immortal Hulk on the cover, making his first full appearance on a cover.
It absolutely is. And just finally, if you aren't reading and you do want to catch up, the volume 2 of Immortal Hulk, the trade paperback, came out this last Wednesday. That has issues 6 through 10, and that's a great way to catch up. If you are not finding these in first or second or third prints, get the trade paperback. This is an astounding read, as we keep saying. Get on the Immortal Hulk train.
All right, coming in at number 7. Oh, we got Old Guard number 1. We found out today, like this was a very recent update to the list, one of those last minute add-ons because it just happened and we're glad CBSI is monitoring it. We have confirmations today that Netflix has acquired the rights to this book. We have $10 books that are now going for $30, all within a couple hours today. Wouldn't be surprised if this is going to keep going up. We have a comic book by Greg Rucka, who did awesome work on Wonder Woman. We have Leandro Fernandez, who did Punisher Max. Really cool artist. And this book is about mercenaries that can't die, and it's a secret. And as soon as that secret's exposed, well, it causes for a really interesting story, one that Netflix wants to put to the screen.
Well, Old Guard number 1, again, it was a book that came out, and there was a little bit of buzz about it, and people liked it, but the really interesting thing about it is these gold foil variants are 1 per store. Image was doing this a couple years ago, and they would just send out an Old Guard and, Moonstruck, they had sent one out, Redneck, they sent one out. So there are these gold foil variants that were only available 1 per store. So they are super, super scarce. Even if you're counting 3,000 across the country, there's only 3,000 possible of this variant. And most stores probably sold them on the wall for less than $10 years ago.
And they still may be there.
Right.
All right, so keep an eye out. I mean, this is one of those variants. Yes, it is a variant. It's making the list, but they still may be out there. And this news is recent, so happy hunting this weekend.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, and then number 6, you got it. You started the conversation off last week. Let's continue it because we have Rye number 0 making the list again.
Okay, so we talked about this last week, and 9.8s are now in the $275 to $300 range, so they are climbing up. We are still seeing matte and glossies going up spike-wise. I looked at my back issue bin. I have 3 copies sitting in my back issue bin. I actually even watched a customer come in, look at 3 of them, and then put them back in there. So whether the raws are popular, the graded ones are selling, but we know that the raws are fairly common. The cool thing is that Dinesh from over at Valiant, who used to be CEO and now he's like in charge of the Valiant movie.
Dude, he used to be doing way more than that. When he was a kid, he was involved with Valiant.
Oh, I know. I mean, Dinesh has been like part of the Valiant fan and the Valiant community for well over 20 years. I mean, absolutely. This is a guy who knows his Valiant stuff.
And now he's running it.
And now he's basically running.
And he's tweeting about watching our video and reading the list.
It's so good. Well, it's very cool to see how excited he is for Bloodshot in 2020. And we're excited for Bloodshot in 2020 as well. So shout out to Dinesh. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for commenting on the CBSI thing. We are actually excited about what's going on in this Rye book.
And we are halfway through the list. Let's chat about some members of the community who are just killing it on the hunt.
So Monster_Comics NJ, Hulk 377 second print. That's a great one. People keep finding those out in the wild.
Those black covers, man. I like it better than the first print.
Yeah.
All right. And it's a second print. We're going to be talking about some second prints on this list. I'm excited to, but not for long. We got to talk about I Am Moof, who's showing off his Hit Monkey. He said that he saw the list, saw the video, and then went through his long box and was like, oh, I have one of these in here and it's hot.
Excellent. We also have John's Box of Comics found a Motor Girl number 1, which is spiking because of Terry Moore's announcement there's a new Hulu series with this character.
Absolutely. And then we also have Chris Ruff 1138 showing off his Savage Shores number 1. He picked up one of those Tomb of Dracula variants.
Wow, that is so great. And finally, we have King of the Golden State picking up an Alita number 1.
Which that movie is banging.
Everyone is digging the movie. Everyone I've talked to is really, really appreciating it. I ended up seeing the Lego movie number 2 this last week, but hopefully Alita I will see next week.
All right. That book keeps going up. Good one to have right now. let's jump back into the list at number 5. We have Vampirella, just in time to make it for this month. We got Valentine's Day. We have a Valentine's Day special. Shannon Mare variant, 1 in 500. This is a gorgeous comic book.
It really, really is.
And holy smokes. Okay, I'm not as familiar with this artist, but I took some time looking. She draws women so well. Now, this book was $20 buy it now, but now that it's live, we're looking at $55+ Graded copies are already pre-selling on the market. Wow. And I'm looking at it and it makes sense. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, the red's popping, and so is number 4 on the list.
Number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy. Number 2, the Scalera 1 in 25 variant. Now, we knew this book was going to be hot. Actually, we knew that number 3 was supposed to be hot because it's the first appearance of the Dark Guardians. Well, Dark Guardians kind of makes a cameo or a first appearance or however you want to choose it on this one. There's only one variant that I was aware of, and it was the 1 in 25 Scalera variant.
Oh, you got one. It's so freaking awesome,
I
man.
got one that came in damaged. Thank you so much, Diamond Comics, for sending my 1 in 25 variant that came so mangled I was not able to sell it or do anything with it. And I hope to God you can send me a replacement. Anyway, complaint over. The variant cover is so cool. Scalera's variant is so cool. This thing's selling in the $50 range. Really, really awesome. It's a great variant. Cosmic Ghost Rider just looking absolutely as BA as he can right here.
Do you think Dark Guardians is going to be something we'll be talking about in the next year?
I don't know about this iteration of the team, but Cosmic Ghost Rider is here to stay.
Right.
It's definitely a character that people have liked and the fans enjoyed. So regardless of what team he's with, he may just end up being the centerpiece of it, kind of like Star-Lord is the centerpiece of the new Guardians, even though it's a different team.
Absolutely. I think this is going to be worth picking up just to read it. But you know what? There may be a key that pops up in this run that next year we're going to be going, why didn't we pick it up?
Right.
All right. Jumping in over here at number 3, we have Marvel Tales featuring Black Widow number 1, the Jen Bartel 1 in 50 variant. She does a portrait shot like no other. Her variants, I mean, you can just tell them from a mile away. The color work, like what would you even describe that as? It's like Mike Allred, you know that color work, that combo is him and his wife, Laura Allred. This is like, you see the color work, and it's Jen Bartel.
Yeah, Jen Bartel's variants are very distinct, and you can tell. So this was an honorable mention last week. So you'll see that at the monthly end of Wrap Up News for about $80 last week. Now there are multiple sales at $225. This
Holy smokes
is scarce. And I honestly believe this is scarce because when they did the Marvel Tales Venom last month, I don't think as many people knew that it was reprints of 3 older Venom stories. Well, as a shop owner, I bought those, and then when I saw that it wasn't new Venom content, I scaled back what I was ordering for the other ones. So I think a lot of people may have actually gone through and gone, Black Widow, not so much, and not ordered as many as possible. So these 1 in 50s are scarce.
I'm glad you brought up that Marvel Tales Venom number 1, because, you know, she did that variant too. And that Venom looks so dope.
It really, really does.
Oh, that lighting. I don't know how she did it, but she just she knew exactly what to make that color to make it pop.
But there's going to be more Venom variants out there than there are Black Widow because there just happens to be more people buying Venom right now.
Absolutely. 3 times the price from last week. Crazy stuff. Shooting them from an honorable mention all the way to number 3 on the slot. That's crazy stuff. But you know what else is crazy? The Hit Monkey number 1 is going to make the list, coming in at number 2, but not number 1, not the one shot, the second print. Oh, let that sink in.
Okay.
Let it sink in, because that book is skyrocketed to over $100. It's gone. Hit Monkey is here. Hulu's bringing it. And you know what? Second prints. This is one of those times where people go, you know what? It's a second print. Who cares?
No, it's not a case of second print. Who cares? Yes, sometimes they do the second print. I actually have a couple guys that have signed up for the Patreon that very specifically said, I am looking for second prints with variant covers. I am looking for second prints with different art. I am looking for second prints that have a lower print run, because they know that there are instances like this where there's a different cover, there's a different artist, or there were 20,000 of the first one made and only 5,000 of the second print made. They're getting scarce. And for something like Hit Monkey that was done almost a decade ago, you know how low this print run is.
It wasn't even hot when it landed.
Nope.
It took a little bit of time to gain some ground, but you know what? Those second prints are out there. Good luck finding them. And that Hit Monkey number 1, holding strong, $50 this week. It has not gone down.
Wow.
All right, number 1 on the list. And if you know what, if I had the time, I would go back and show you the clips of me saying we need to be keeping an eye on Free Comic Book Day books. In particular, coming in at number 1, Umbrella Academy, the Free Comic Book Day edition.
Now, this is absolutely zero surprise. Umbrella Academy, the Netflix series, hit last Friday, and I cannot tell you how many people I have talked to in the last 6 days who have already finished it or are on the last couple episodes. It was astounding.
Dude, they might be giants in the first episode. Are you kidding me? Istanbul. It's not Constantinople.
Very, very true. And that was such a fantastic scene. And it's cool to see number 5 running around. And it's cool to see
that actor. Holy crap, dude. He's an old man in a little kid body.
If you are not watching Umbrella Academy, it is really, really good.
I think this is my favorite show that's come out in like the last couple of years.
Okay, so I personally think Gerard Way is one of the top 5 writers writing comic books now, and the stuff that he's doing is great. All the Doom Patrol stuff he was doing, all of the things that he was doing for the new Young Animal imprint of DC is just great. Creating Penny Parker, fantastic. I've been telling people about Umbrella Academy for almost a decade now, and when I tell them emo X-Men, they don't really get it. And then you see the Mansion, and then you see Luther, and then you see Vanya, and you see all of these characters, and you're like, yeah, no, totally. It's like the X-Men only super depressed listening to Morrissey or My Chemical Romance.
And you know what? I'll take either because Gerard Way. Oh, love that man.
It's good, but yeah, they've done a great job with this. And this first appearance,
buckle
Free
up,
Comic
people.
Book Day.
Anybody could have grabbed this. Go to your local comic shop. It's in May.
Yeah. No, absolutely. We will be having one May 4th of this year for Free Comic Book Day. But yes, these Umbrella Academies, 10 days ago, it was in the $10 to $15 range. Now we're seeing buy it now is for $50 and above.
$300 for 9/8, brother.
I saw some auctions going over $60. This book is hot, hot, hot.
Look out for the Jim Lee variant. Look out for the 1 in 100 variant. I know it sounds like 100, 1 in 100. Oh, they're not going to find it. I bet there's going to be someone who's going to find it. These are books that are out there. Nobody has been collecting Umbrella Academy except for people who've read it and who are fans of Gerard Way and who are like you, have a good comic book shop. Go sign up for his Patreon. This is an awesome read. It's an amazing Netflix show. And I'm so excited to see what Gerard Way has in store for us. He is officially just like one of the top 5 writers of the year, hands down, because of this.
He's so good. And just in case you have been living under a rock, Gerard Way and Gabor Abah have just finished up issues 1 through 5 of Umbrella Academy, Hotel Oblivion. This is the new mini-series, and again, the fact that they just basically showed Apocalypse Suite and Dallas together in the new mini-series, there's going to be more coming. And I have issue number 1 of Hotel Oblivion to give away to someone who likes, subscribes, and comments down below.
Let us know. What do you think of this list? Did you have any hunting success stories?
And as always, thank you so much to comicbookinvest.com. Thank you again to Jack. Thank you again to the Bens for getting us this list so we would be able to give this to the comic book community on Friday, every Friday.
We have 2 winners from last week's video because we do a lot of these giveaways. CBSI is providing 2 copies of their exclusive of Knights of the Golden Sun #1 to 2 members of our community. And those 2 members are BXPR Collector and Katie Kaboom. Congratulations.
That is so excellent. Congratulations to both of you. The email address is down below, but you can also write to bagsandboardsgiveaway@gmail.com.
We got a new email for the giveaways.
We do specifically for the giveaways, and that is the best way to geek responsibly.
Enough said. Thanks so much for watching the video. We are currently taking enrollments for March's Mystery Mail Call. Links in the bio to sign up. Join the community. We are giving away an Iron Man 55. It's a pretty cool key, right,
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, first appearance of
Thanos!
Oh, yeah. Link in the bio. Join the community.
Istanbul!